With crypto, there's a lot of similarities with the stock market. There's an old saying that I've always had in the stock market that everybody's a genius in a bull market, where when stock prices are going up, everybody will tell you what stocks they're buying, right? When stock prices are going down, everybody gets really, really quiet. And it's the same with crypto. When Ethereum and Bitcoin and some of the others are going up, everybody will tell you how smart they feel. But when they go down, no one wants to say a word.
The market has taken a bit of a dip, with Bitcoin trading at 27,547 at the time of writing, and Ethereum trading at 1,464. In an interview with Robin Arzon on the Hustlers at Home podcast, billionaire Mark Cuban gave his thoughts about the market, particularly in a downturn and how everyone is a genius in a bull market. Cuban advised that understanding utility is an essential part of investing. Cuban shared his belief on the future of DeFi utility and what he believes is a good entry point for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Before we listen to Cuban, if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button as we put out daily content to keep you updated on the market.
The reality is you have to look for the utility or the value of any investment that you make. You have to say, why are people buying Bitcoin? In reality, Bitcoin, just like an NFT is a digital version of art, we compared it to the Mona Lisa. Bitcoin is a digital version of gold. Gold, people say, well, gold has real value as jewelry. Nobody needs gold jewelry. People like gold jewelry because, it keeps it shine, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot of reasons to love gold as jewelry. But if gold jewelry went away, the world wouldn't change. And there's a few manufacturing applications, but gold has value because people assign it value. And those types of investments are called store of value. They're kind of like commodities, like you just said. Bitcoin's the same way. It just happens to be digital. It's limited by an algorithm and how many that's created. So there's a scarcity factor. You can't just create it forever. And because of that, and because it's easy to transfer, it's easy in some cases to use for cross-border payments between people in different countries. So there's some utility, but mostly people buy Bitcoin and own Bitcoin like I do because other people own Bitcoin, just like people buy gold. Now you hear a lot of stories. Bitcoin is a hedge to inflation. Gold is a hedge to inflation. It's not. It's not. We're having a lot of inflation right now. Bitcoin ain't going up. We're having a lot of inflation right now. Gold ain't going up. They've bounced around pretty much where they are. And so you've got to understand, if you're buying Bitcoin, it's a store value. And like any store of value, gold or otherwise, the price is based on supply and demand. When people are selling, more people are selling than buying, it goes down. When more people are buying than selling, it goes up. And again, that's not a whole lot different than the stock market either. Tech stocks have gotten crushed worse than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's a little bit different, right? Ethereum has some level of utility where you can use it for transactions. Most NFTs are bought and sold using Ethereum. So in order to buy a Bored Ape for 100 Ethereum, you have to go buy that Ethereum. And so the more demand there is for Bored Apes or the Ape coin or whatever that's based on Ethereum, the more value Ethereum, the token, is going to have. And so when I look at any of my crypto investments, that's the first question I have. What is the core utility of it? What value does it serve? And so that's why I own more Ethereum than I do Bitcoin. Now, that said, again, when all tokens, like stocks, have some level of speculators in it, right? People who aren't long-term investors, they just want to buy because they think it's going up. And so when a market loses those speculators, and we're losing a lot of them now because interest rates are going up, because if when you had your choice of putting your hard-earned dollars in the bank and earning 0.1% interest, you're probably going to speculate more. But now that interest rates are going up, people are speculating less. Yep. And you can't borrow money to speculate as inexpensively, so they speculate even less. And as a result, stock prices are going down. I own Amazon, I own Netflix. Those prices have gone down more than my Bitcoin and my Ethereum have gone down. But that's just the way it goes. And so, at this point in time, what I'm doing is looking to see, is there anything there that's gotten so cheap that it's time to really take a strong look at starting to buy some. And I've dabbled, when Ethereum gets down under under, let's say $1,800, I'll buy a little bit. When Bitcoin gets down under 28,000, I'll buy it just a little bit, because it's really hard to predict how low it's going to go. So I haven't gone all in yet. I look at DAOs and don't think of them so much as associated with Web3. I look at DAOs and say, okay, how can they change how people do business, right? And so one of the big things that's happening right now is, employees are starting to get a little bit more traction and having an impact at the companies that they work for, because at least as of now, there's more jobs than there are employees. And it's not hard to go, leave your job and find another job, possibly paying even more. And companies are having to pay more to keep good people. Employees are getting more and more power. And that power is an example of why DAOs may start to have an impact in startups going forward. And so I'm starting to talk to companies now that are saying, okay, rather than creating an LLC or rather than creating a subchapter S corporation and incorporating in Delaware, I'm going to create a company as a DAO. And I'm going to pay my employees good wages because they need to be compensated. But at the same time, I want them to participate more in how we govern the company. And so we're going to give them tokens, and we're going to post things so that they can vote on different business decisions. And so I think we're really just not even in the first minute of that industry and that happening. But I think that's the future of DAOs, where it may be a better way to do a startup that allows your employees to be more participant and contribute ideas and vote on ideas and make it more democratic, more progressive, more democratic. And if you start to see some companies achieve some success that way, I think you'll see more and more DAOs take place.
If you want to watch the full interview, check out the link in the description. What do you think of Cuban's thoughts here? Do you agree with his entry points for Bitcoin and Ethereum? Leave a comment. How many times have you made a prediction and were right on it? Well, if you enjoy doing that, this may be a great opportunity for you to make some extra cash for a really simple game called Versus. It's a prediction game where you win just for being right. All you do is pick the outcome of your favorite brands, celebrities, musicians, etc. For us, it would be crypto. For example, we would ask you a simple question like, do you believe that Ethereum will reach a certain level by the end of the week? And you would either say yes or no. Now, as you have some tokens, when you first sign up through our exclusive link, you could build up a nice fat stack, and when you do, you'll be able to cash out for real cash. That's correct. This isn't just some game that you're playing just to have fun, even though it is entertaining. You're also winning cash as you're playing, so you can check it out. We're going to be creating these questions at the end of our videos, so we highly recommend you watch all of the videos all the way through and look out for those questions, because as soon as you click the link, you'll be able to put in your prediction and win some serious cash. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.